This is QTV Nightly News coming to you live from our studios on Kaira Avenue, and I am Jennifer Sonko. Thanks for joining us, and here are the main news headlines. The National People's Party inaugurated its regional party bureau in Kerawan in the North Bank region on Wednesday. Two rights-based NGOs, Safe Hands for Girls and Future in Our Hands, presented a position paper to the National Assembly Select Committee, which is currently scrutinizing the female genital mutilation bill as of efforts to persuade National Assembly not to repeal the FGM ban. The Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, in collaboration with ECOWAS Gender Development Center, commemorated the International Day to End Obstetric Fistula. On the occasion of the Turkish Cuisine Week, the Republic of Turkey's embassy in the Gambia hosted a dinner on Wednesday at the ambassador's residence as part of what it calls culinary diplomacy. The Ministry of Health has commenced a 10-day mass drug administration for cysticercosis in the Lower River region. Those were the main headlines, and now the news in detail. Do stay with us. Thank you so much for joining us. This is QTV News and I am Jennifer Sonko. Now, the National People's Party inaugurated its regional party bureau in Kerawan, North Bank region on Wednesday. President Adama Barrow, the party's Secretary General and leader, while presiding over the inaugural ceremony, calls for unity in the party in its quest to reinforce its support base in the country. Momodu Lamin Choi has the rest of that story.
The presidential motorcade makes its way through a buzzing crowd of NPP supporters as they warmly welcome their party leader to a momentous occasion in the ruling party's history. The president interacts with party supporters as he makes his way to the inaugural ceremony of his party's regional bureau in Kerawan at the North Bank region. The ruling National People's Party is unveiling the latest addition to its regional infrastructure in a bid to fortify its presence at grassroots level across the nation. This regional bureau, established by the National People's Party, is one of a series of the party's regional political bureaus built across the country. With this newly established bureau, party officials, including President Adama Barrow, expressed commitment to facilitate more streamlined communication channels between the NPP, its members, and the people of NBR. My party, the NPP, will not be operating like previous parties used to do. My party will be an established institution. That is why we are building political bureaus. Today, we employ 50 people in our political party with monthly salaries. In each bureau, we have given 5 executive members a telephone, each with CUG to ease communication. Like other new NPP bureaus across the country, the Kerawan Bureau is set to become a hub of activity, serving as a focal point for community engagement, policy implementation, and grassroots empowerment in the North Bank region and beyond. I am moving towards fulfilling my thoughts and visions for the party step by step. Constructing 8 political party bureaus was my plan. Now we have constructed and inaugurated our bureaus in Baze, Bansang, Wasu, Jara Soma, and today we are inaugurating the one in the North Bank region. The one in Banjul is ready to be inaugurated on Saturday. In 1 month's time, the one in Birkama will be completed and officially opened. Executive members of the National People's Party took turns to communicate with residents of the North Bank region. The NPP North Bank Regional Chairman Hamad Sar, Mamadou Sabali, Special Advisor to the President, Lamin Cham, NPP National Campaign Manager, Suku Singate, Second Deputy National President, and Dr. Demba Sabali, First Deputy National President of the National People's Party, underscore President Barrow's development in the Gambia and call on the region to rally behind the party for national development. President Barrow's vision for the NPP is to ensure its continuity and remain a major player in the Gambia's political arena for generations. Mohamed Lamin Choi, QTV News, reporting from the North Bank region.
From the presidency, two rights-based NGOs, Safe Hands for Girls and Future in Our Hands, presented a position paper to the National Assembly Select Committee, which is currently scrutinizing the female genital mutilation bill. The paper hopes to contribute to efforts to persuade National Assembly members not to repeal the FGM ban. Jordan Jai was there, and this is her report.
The Safe Hands for Girls and Future in Our Hands presentation provides vital insights and personal testimonies that are crucial to the proposed attempt to repeal the law banning FGM. The information they presented aimed to advance the protection and empowerment of women and girls. Modulamin Biba, co-chair of the Committee on Health and Gender, highlights the importance of the consultative forum, saying it will give them an opportunity to prepare a comprehensive report which will be submitted to the plenary.
So feel free to give us the facts, and we also believe that you will be giving us the facts based on what you have already experienced or based on the data that you've already collected.
Jaha Dukure, the founder of Safe Hands for Girls, says having experienced type 3 FGM and drawing on her own experience, she says she has been dehumanized, labeled as a liar, and even had her fight against the practice attributed to money. Jaha went on to share her ordeals as an FGM survivor.
What I went through was the sealing of the vagina. And I remember as a 15-year-old when I got married and my husband was trying to have sex with me that first night, he pushed down on me until he wounded himself. That's when I discovered what this practice of FGM is. And after that night, I had to be taken to a hospital to remove that seal. And I remember clearly when they told me that I have to come back home and have sex with my husband the same night in order for the seal to not close back up.
Globally, there are more than 230 million girls and women who have undergone female genital mutilation in 30 countries in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. The founder of Safe Hands for Girls appeals to the authorities not to politicize the FGM issue.
I know that there's a lot of people that are saying that the doctors, it's all fabricated, it's all fake news. We continue to hear all of that. But I am appealing to your humanity. I am appealing to each and every one of you to open your hearts and open your ears and know that everything that has been presented to you, look at it and ensure that even you can do your own site visits, whether it's visiting hospitals in the Gambia and ensuring that you see what you need to see.
Janaba Tisar, country director of Future in Our Hands, also shares with the committee some of their findings on the issue and urges the National Assembly to uphold the FGM law.
Our work within over 150 communities around the country taught us that even within the same ethnic or cultural groups, there are families and clans and ethnic groups who do not practice female circumcision. In fact, the evidence shows that female circumcision or mutilation is most prevalent in WASSCE with 97%, 80% in Mansokonko, 78% in Birkama. However, for example, in Kerawan, it is 42% and 48% in Banjul. Does that mean that Kerawan and Banjul do not share the Gambian culture?
The Future in Our Hands country director further states that 73% of women and girls circumcised in the Gambia experience type 3, which is the removal of the flesh. The effort to repeal the ban on FGM has already passed the second reading in the National Assembly, and if it succeeds, the Gambia will be the first country in the world to reverse legal protection against female genital mutilation. For QTV News, I am Julden Yai.
In commemoration of the International Day to End Obstetric Fistula marked annually on 23rd May, the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, in collaboration with ECOWAS Gender Development Center, launched the medical and financial support for women and girls suffering from obstetric fistula in ECOWAS member states. Program and this report by Lena Ikwinyiba.
Raising awareness about the devastating injury caused during obstructed labor, which continues to impact the lives of tens of thousands of women globally. This event aims to address this pressing issue and marks a significant step forward in efforts to promote gender equity, equality, and the well-being of all members of society. Fatoumata Diba, Assistant Director of Health Services at the Ministry of Health, explains what obstetric fistula is and informed the woman of the help available.
Lan moy obstetric fistula si gatal moy ne jigen su juré dom be pare légui natu dina ko mëna dal mu am pa digante fu seben bi de nek ci yaram bi ak fu juri kayam bi bu ko defé borom duy mëna tiyé seben.
What is obstetric fistula? In short, it is a condition that occurs after childbirth, where a woman develops a hole between her bladder and birth canal, causing uncontrollable urination. Many women with this issue feel ashamed and hide away, but we urge anyone experiencing this to seek help. Please visit the nearest hospital. Surgery is available, and we have qualified doctors ready to assist. Rohaya Tuka, Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, speaking on behalf of her minister, outlines the progress made in ending obstetric fistula in the Gambia.
With support from ECOWAS Commission and ECOWAS Gender Development Center and UNFPA, more than 47,000 women and girls have undergone fistula repair surgery. Partner organizations in the Gambia have provided treatment to many more women and girls living with fistula.
Miata French, ECOWAS resident representative, and Dairo Sar, UNFPA representative in the Gambia, expressed joy over ECOWAS joining existing efforts to end obstetric fistula.
The ECOWAS that we are trying to build is now looking more towards an ECOWAS of the people. And we want to move away from the ECOWAS that gives the image that it is all about politics. And so we're trying to diversify interventions in member states. And one of the interventions in Gambia is the Fistula Project, which is vesting with the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs.
With its partners, UNFPA also leads a campaign to end fistula in more than 55 countries. For us, it's about prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation efforts, and we are very happy that an organization like ECOWAS is joining us.
Despite the stigma attached to obstetric fistula, the good news is that it can be treated, including here in the Gambia. If you know someone with this condition, call 3759415 or 3709563 for a free fistula repair surgery. Reporting for KTV News, I am Lena Igwanyiba.
Let us all join the fight against fistula. Now, from that story by Lena Igwanyiba, we will now go for a short commercial break. And when we return, we have local, international and sports news stories. Do stay with us.
The art of juggling is a true spectacle of agility, coordination, and speed. A symbol of progression, precision, and mastery. .5G speed is like having the juggler in your pocket. With lightning-fast download and upload speeds, you'll easily be able to juggle even the busiest workdays. Whether you're a busy entrepreneur, a creative, or just someone who wants to stay connected. Juggle your tasks with ease with QCell 5G speed. The future is here. It's fast, reliable, and efficient. First brought to you by QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Looking for the perfect place to promote your product or place your advert? Look no further than QTV. We are the premier destination for businesses looking to connect with Gambian audiences and beyond. At QTV, we offer a variety of advertising solutions to suit your needs and budget. With our diverse range of programming, you can be sure that your ad will reach a broad and engaged audience. From our popular news broadcast to our exciting music and entertainment programming, QTV has something for everyone. QTV, the premier destination for advertising in the Gambia. Contact us today and let us help you reach your audience.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV News and I am Jennifer Sonko. Now, on the occasion of Turkish Cuisine Week, the Republic of Turkey's embassy in the Gambia hosted a dinner on Wednesday at the ambassador's residence in Burfoot to showcase the variety of delicacies of Turkish cuisine. Aliou Cisse was there and this is his report.
Shaped by more than 1,000 years of culture, tradition, social heritage and stories, Turkish cuisine presents its distinctive and diverse flavors to the world during the Turkish Cuisine Week. Here in the Gambia, the embassy's chef Mehmet Unu Yilmaz prepared a few items from the extensive variety of Turkish dishes, including handmade bread with herbs, Izmir meatballs, and bulgur rice with herbs, to the delight of this small but distinguished group of invited guests.
From the history, my father is the chef, my brother is the chef, and also I am more than 20 years in the chef, but I'm working in the here more than 8 years in the Turkish embassy residence.
So you find it very special, you enjoy doing it?
Yes, exactly. I will do all of them the special, and all of them make it the homemade bread and the burek, the patisserie, all of them. But sometimes very hard in the Gambia, the vegetable fresh, but I will try everything.
Fari Turka Oba, Turkey's ambassador to the Gambia, describes it as a culinary diplomacy and said the Cuisine Week helps to bring people closer to Turkey.
This year's theme is about the Aegean coast. You know, Aegean coast is also it's the fusion of history, of nature, of culture. So there are lots of similarities also with it's next to the sea with the Gambia. So lots of seafood, lots of herbs. And vegetables as well. The olives, for example, olive oil is very well known. So this is a way to show our good friends, Gambian friends, different tastes, and also some, for example, shrimps that you use a lot, trying to show it in a different way, revisite, if you want. So this is what we are trying to do with this week, and to present our culture as well.
Kora Maestro Jalba Kuyate and Usainu Senghor, Chief Executive Officer of the Gambia Import and Export Promotion Agency, are among the invitees, and this is how they reacted to the occasion.
Here we're talking about cultural exchange between the two countries. Here they are introducing us to their cultural food compared to the sort of food we have. There are some resemblances in some of them. But I think it's quite an experience. Yeah.
Food tastes good?
Yes, the taste so good.
I think it is important also for our embassies as well to also try to showcase Gambian cuisines, because recently I traveled with a delegation to the US in Dallas, Texas, and I can tell you that we discovered a place that was a Gambian restaurant. And most of my friends virtually were joining to unbag every day. So Gambian cuisine too is very rich, so we also need to emulate from this example and try to promote our cuisine as well.
Turkish Cuisine Week was initiated by First Lady Emin Erdogan in 2022 and has been celebrated annually in Turkey and across their embassies to showcase Turkish cuisine and the nation's rich culture. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cisse.
The food looks absolutely delicious. Now, moving on, the Ministry of Health has commenced a 10-day mass drug administration for cysticercosis. Our regional correspondent, Bakari Balde, accompanied the team in the Lower River region, and this is his report.
Cysticercosis is an acute and chronic parasitic disease caused by blood flux of the genus Cystosoma. The WHO estimates that over 250 million people required preventive treatment in 2021. To mitigate its impact, this campaign is targeting 600,000 people across 27 districts in the Gambia, children from 11 months to 14 years, and at-risk adults. Lamin Yabu, the public health desk officer of Soma District Hospital, is supervising this activity.
Cysticercosis is among the diseases of neglected tropical diseases, and it is statistics have shown that it is disease that is on the rise in Jara West. So that is why this region district was selected for us to go around communities. We have 21 villages in our catchment areas. We'll be visiting all these 21 villages and the schools that are in to make sure that we administer this drug that is paracequantel to protect people from schistosomiasis.
Mr. Yabo comments on the low turnout in some areas and has this advised.
What we do is when we go to communities, at least we ask people, encourage them to come out. Then if the kids come, we measure them, measure their height, because we have a measuring tape that determines like the amount of drug that a person should take. So the taller that you are, the more drugs you consume. Okay, anytime that we come up with initiative like this, we expect people to respond positively, let them come and answer to our calls. Because whatever that we are doing, we are working towards improving the health of the population.
A year or so, a community health nurse administering the treatment says the Ministry of Health is in alert to preventing and fighting public health diseases. He elaborates on the issuance of the drugs.
Most of the children here, like from the age category, which is 48 months to 59 months, we give 1 taps. From that, and you have another one which is 1.5 drug. So most of the time they have those either one tap or 1.5.
Fatmata Jajusi, a student from Soma Lower Basic School, and Maria Tuba, a native of Soma, are among those who took the prescribed tablets.
My name is Fatmata Jajusi. I take the drug. I want my friend to take the drug.
The
economic and health effects of schistosomiasis are considerable, and the disease disables more than it kills. In children, schistosomiasis can cause anemia, stunting, and reduced ability to learn. Although the effects are usually reversible with treatment. Therefore, the Ministry of Health is calling on the public to come out and take the tablets. Bakari Balde, QTV News.
Grade 12 students in the Gambia are sitting the WASSCE exam organized by the West African Examination Council, WAEC, the body responsible for exams in the sub-region. A regional reporter, Don Williams, visited a school in Farafenye and he files in this report.
The West African Senior School Certificate Examination, WASSCE, is a standardized test in Anglophone West African countries taken at the end of the secondary school education. Adewale A. Williams, chairman of the exam board and internal supervisor for all external exams in Farafenni Senior Secondary School, explains how they have been preparing the students and examination hall.
I'm able to prepare very well, especially the school, and we also sensitize the students to prepare for this, and then we give them some briefing on how to comport themselves during the exam. As you can see, if you check the hall, those are the tables inside for each student, so that they be able to fit in this into this hall, and so that they can be well monitored.
Mr. Williams spoke about students covering the exam syllabus.
In fact, the principal even tried to get some teachers on extra classes so that the syllabus can be covered.
Umar Jane is a grade 12 student taking the WASSCE exam at Farafenni Senior Secondary School.
We have been preparing for this exam since grade 11. As in this school, usually in our exams or no exams, we usually come to the school and have our studies in the night and even at the noon time.
Umar Jane is optimistic that he and his fellow students will have good results.
Like how committed we are at the education and how we catch the education in our own hands and in our own time. So I believe that I have a high belief that I will have a good result in the WAEC examination.
Aisha So, also a student at Farafenni Senior Secondary School, explained how she has been preparing for the exam and the support she received.
Well, my preparation for the WASSCE exam has been going for like years now, because this is something that I have been expecting throughout my school days.
Aisha saw as I hopes for the future with regards to serving a country.
I want to become an educationist.
The academic school leaving qualification awarded on successful completion of the exams is the West African Senior School Certificate, gives students the opportunity to proceed to university or other tertiary learning institutions. Don Williams, QTV News for Rafeni.
Now, good luck to all grade 12 students. We wish you a successful exams. Now, before we go, let's recap our main headlines. The National People's Party inaugurated its regional party bureau in Kerawan in the North Bank region on Wednesday. Two rights-based NGOs, Safe Hands for Girls and Future in Our Hands, presented a position paper to the National Assembly Select Committee, which is currently scrutinizing the female genital mutilation bill as part of efforts to persuade National Assembly not to repeal the FGM ban. The Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, in collaboration with ECOWAS Gender Development Center, commemorated the International Day to End Obstetric Fistula. On the occasion of the Turkish Cuisine Week, the Republic of Turkey's embassy in the Gambia hosted a dinner on Wednesday at the ambassador's residence as part of what it calls culinary diplomacy. The Ministry of Health has commenced a 10-day mass drug administration for cysticercosis in the Lower River region. Well, that is all we have for you in this edition of QTV News. Join us at 10 p.m. for another bulletin. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of our programs.